Hey, Youth Alive supporters, I hope you're having a great week here for you. Can you believe we're in September? Fall will be here before we know it. I want to thank you for just taking a brief moment to watch this video, and I thank you as supporters for everything that you're doing, whether it comes to financially supporting us, praying for us, encouraging us along the way. Everything that you do as a supporter really helps us here at the PennDel Youth Alive team. I just want to share some few things with you. I do apologize that this summer I haven't necessarily been in contact with everyone like I would like to. It's been a little busy when it comes to summer camps and different travels to pour into youth students and churches across Pennsylvania and Delaware. But I want to share a testimony with you throughout the summer, something that happened right before the school year began here. In August, we had our first campus missionary Zoom call for the upcoming school year. And in that devotional time that we had, I challenged our students to pray and fast for our school. And we looked at the scripture verses of Nehemiah when he heard that the walls in Jerusalem came down and things were bad. And he started praying and fasting and weeping and mourning for Jerusalem. And I challenge our students to do this because I want them to realize that when they're walking into their schools, what is their mindset? Is it just, I'm going through another school day, or do I have an opportunity to share Jesus? Do I really care about those in my school? And we had a student named Isaac who really took this challenge, and he sent me a group, in our group meet text, he sent a message saying, hey, for the next 3 days before school begins, I'm going to pray and fast for my school, pray for the students within my school. And Isaac has seen a lot of things happen through that. He said he felt like for the first time he was really seeking the face of God. He was taking ownership of his faith. He also said that he had opportunities because of that in these first couple weeks of school to pray over a student who had a knee injury. But something his parents also shared with me as well in an email is that Isaac's part of the football team. And they had some concerns with Isaac praying and fasting, from food during the football season because they were afraid that he was going to get fatigue and he may faint or something during a workout or a game or a practice. But they shared with me that Isaac was actually one of the, if not the strongest athlete on the field, especially when things got really warm during one of their games. They said on Friday night it was a really warm evening. And they said a lot of the players were cramping and they had to get some medical attention done. But Isaac, who was praying and fasting those days, he was one of the healthiest out there, and he kept going and kept going. And it reminded me and it reminded them a lot of Daniel's faith when they challenged the king's servants, like, hey, give us 10 days to just eat vegetables and see what happens. And I'm so thankful for that testimony of Isaac, and there's many other testimonies out there of what students are doing across Pennsylvania and Delaware to see 2 million students hear the message of Jesus Christ in their schools and in their communities. As we go into the fall season, there are a couple things I just want to highlight for you. First off, I want to thank you again for your financial support for Youth Alive. Because of that, we're able to create merch like this, a John 3:16 shirt with God So Loved on the back, which it ties into the theme of the book, God So Loved. We also have merch that will be available during our youth convention in the fall for our students that will be attending there. So thank you for that. I do ask, if, especially for those who have given on a monthly basis, and even if those who have given one-time gifts, my team and I are in the process of finalizing a 30-day devotional surrounding the Live and Vibe. And I actually have a final copy here in my hand to just go through a draft before we take it to printing. And I'm asking if you guys would consider giving a one-time special gift towards this project. And here's why. During youth convention on the last day, on Saturday evening, we have a service that is surrounded to encourage students to become campus missionaries. And there's going to be a commissioning call during that time where students can say yes to the call of being a campus missionary. And one of the things we want to do is we want to gift every student that says yes to being a campus missionary one of these devotionals. And the reason we want to do this, number one, is that they would go through the devotional themselves. But after they're done with that, we will challenge them at the end of the devotional. Who are you going to share Jesus with next? Because that's what the Alive and Five is all about. Encouraging, empowering, equipping students to share Jesus in their school. So I'm asking you if you would consider giving a one-time gift towards this special project to help us cover the cost of printing the booklets and being able to give them out for free. I thank you in advance for your generosity with this. And I also want to send out a challenge to our supporters who have given on a one-time basis. Again, my wife and I are very thankful, and the team are thankful for those one-time gifts. I would ask if you would prayerfully consider becoming a monthly partner with us now. We are very close to the goal that we want to be at on a monthly basis. Before we head to Springfield, we're about $1,300 short, last I knew. And your support would really help us as we move into the fall season and already looking towards 2024 for what God is going to do through Youth Alive and through the students of Youth Alive. So I just ask you to prayerfully consider that. And then finally, please pray for Youth Convention coming up in October. Myself and the PennDel youth team here, we are gearing up for amazing time. I'm thankful for Joe and his leadership and the vision that he has for convention coming up in the fall. And we ask that you pray for our students, for all of our leaders that will be there. We really believe this is a season of change. We really believe that there are students that are going to walk through these doors who maybe just took Christianity in a casual way or walking with Jesus in a casual way, but that change is going to happen where they're actually going to be fully committed to Jesus. So would you join us in prayer with that these students would say yes to who Jesus is, saying yes to following him, and saying yes to being campus missionaries in their school. Thank you guys. We appreciate you. We love you, and God bless.